Hi, welcome to Gays Planet, the podcast where two boyfriends kiki about all things K-pop. I'm Miles.
And I'm Andy.
And we are here to recap Boys to Planet K and C Episode 2. This episode finishes up the auditions. Then we transition to basically the boys learning the Signal song, which is the theme song, which releases a huge video prior, like a month prior to the show. So most of it is them learning the Signal song. They're tested individually on performing that song. They're restarred like 22 different times. And then finally, at the end of each episode, boys are eliminated. So let's go. Okay, let's start with the remainder of the auditions and just talk about what is notable. So I think what was supposed to be the big deal here is Yumeki. He's a known choreographer. He supposedly has these dreams of being an idol. I don't believe it. And he likes to perform with his tongue out.
Why don't you believe it?
I think if we take away the word idol and we say his dream is to be a singer, dancer, he just started learning how to sing. So to me, it would make more sense if he was like, I'm a choreographer that's always secretly had a passion for singing. And now I finally want to put it on the stage. But it's like, I'm a choreographer dancer. And yeah, I'll take a singing lesson.
Don't you think he wants to be an idol but can't sing?
Then why does he want to be an idol? Just to like be at the front of the stage and be like famous?
Yeah, I think he just wants to be at the front of the stage.
Okay, well, the singing is bad. I think that's the main setup here. It's like all this buildup and then he cannot sing well.
But they comment that maybe if you dance less elaborately, you'll be able to sing better.
Oh, that's right.
Which I do think we see later in the Signal song.
More interesting than Yumeki is Hyunjun. This is the guy whose mother is a dancer. He performs Goom, and then he dances after his performance with Connie, and they do Boy Shit by VVZ. I really like him. He does a drop split in his routine, which I was asking for in our last episode. He gives me Matthew vibes. People are saying he's like Eugene from Zero Base One, but I'm getting Matthew. Just personality, cute, fantastic dancer. Okay, moving on to the Chinese auditions. They start out with this like alumni group of Zhuan Ho, who's a gorgeous 30-year-old.
And a hoe.
Zhuan Ho. Some guy that I do remember from Boys Planet, but I forgot to write his name down. And then Christian. I never know why Christian is here, what the show wants to do with Christian. You guys, I wouldn't say we're like fascinated by Christian because he has 2 million followers. He's like too famous to be on the show.
I feel like we look him up every 4 months to be like, what's Christian doing?
What's he up to?
And it looks like he's just always in a hotel room, in a wife beater, opening luxury goods.
I just don't know why he ever like comes on the show. The show doesn't seem to ever like him that much. Like Mnet doesn't seem to like Christian. I think he's very interesting.
Oh, at all.
And I do think he's a really good singer. Like I loved him in Limousine from Boys Planet 1. And I think he's like one of the hottest people on the show. Great haircut. He's a character. He wore all those white boots. But yeah, it's just weird. I'm always like, what's his agenda? What's the motivation? Why come on the show that doesn't like you? I feel like you don't need the show. I don't know. I only have questions and there's no answers.
And why don't the fans like him?
I know. I'm like, with 2 million followers, why are you eliminated at the end of this episode? They spend more time on Dong Hong Hai, who's Vietnamese. He was also on last season. He was blonde. Now he has dark hair. He performs See You There Tomorrow by TXT and starts ahead of the beat. I don't blame him. I downloaded that song. It is very like nothing to go on. It's like when my friend Marika performed Drunk in Love at karaoke and she got off of the beat, but there's no instrumental in Drunk in Love. So she could never get back on. And then she was just like, please, I don't want to keep singing. I want to stop. I want to get off the ride. Dong Hong Hai does throw petals out of I don't even know where his butthole and then poses while the petals fall around him. And they show you that like 17 times. That's amazing. He ultimately gets all-star. I think the show they can tell he like put in a lot of work and grew.
He's creepy, y'all.
You think he's creepy?
I do. He looks like Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Super long limbs, big toothy smile, big eyes, just looking right at ya. We've only seen him do things solo, not next to people, but I'm like in group shots where he's just like hanging around people, he always sticks out. And I don't know if that's a good thing in a boy group.
We're going to move on to Boy Story. So Boy Story, kind of shocked to see them here. They're a JYP Chinese group. I've always known about them. 3 of them are here. They're like, we didn't get as big as Stray Kids, so we're done. They really push Shinlong, which isn't that the name of the dragon from Dragon Ball Z? Basically, he's the good-looking one. And during the performance, they heavily edited it to push him. And honestly, I'm not mad at this because when there's group performances, unless somebody stands out, I kind of just like end up not caring about anyone in the entire group because it's too hard to know who's who. So I'm like, yes, please just show me which one I should care about and edit out the other two, basically. That's fine. This is the infamous moment where Jae-jung tells one of the members that he needs to lose weight. But Andy, you've done some investigative reporting on this?
Allegedly, they were consulted and said, is it okay if we give you this storyline? And
like the producer said that to him, or Jae-jung said that to him?
I think Jae-jung and the producer. I think there's like much more backstage conversation. And the producers are trying to give boys storylines. And I think that they will tell them, we are going to give you this storyline. So while the fans online are like, how dare you? I'm like, I think that this was agreed upon.
Not a bad storyline to have. It doesn't matter. He is eliminated at the end of the episode. Okay, so with the auditions over, K and C get uniforms. The C uniforms just look like kind of what they wore in season 1. The K uniforms are hideous.
Hideous.
They're like these
They're like archaeological dig performance wear.
Size XXL on everyone.
Like literally they're all the same size because they're just a stack and they're just handing them out.
It's really bad. I mean, I know it's like meant to go over what they're already wearing. Okay, the post-audition episode when they all get the uniforms is the most confusing episode of the entire season because suddenly all of these individual boys who we could barely keep straight are now dressed identically. And it's just like, I don't know. I never see this discourse online, but like this is when the show just becomes very confusing. And I, thank God, can read Korean. And I'm just like constantly just like reading their names and narration, trying to look at their blurry ass name tag on their shirt to be like, who the fuck is that? I just think the show could do so much a better job here of like giving us constant flashbacks to their auditions. And
or you could say Dong Hong Hai is speaking and then his name, his little promo picture, and then a picture of what he wore on his audition.
Well, like how Drag Race has their face in a little circle.
Yeah.
Put them in a little circle, like on the narration thing, subtitled at the bottom, and put their audition outfit so we know who the fuck they are.
And their age or like something else that tells us. We can be like, oh, wait, he's the 14-year-old.
Yeah, like they never hold our hand here. And it's just like, it's so confusing. Okay, so they reveal the signal song to all the contestants, but the All-Stars get to watch it first. So everyone that's not an All-Star has to turn away from the screen. We're still in the big audition room and just watch the All-Stars watch the signal song. The best moment of this is Sowon pulls out a makeup compact which has a mirror in it and watches through his compact mirror, which is some like Kim Possible spy shit. Sowon was great. The show was not really featuring him, but he still had lots of moments just by being himself.
He's expressive, and that gets you the reaction shots that this show
craves. Jinx, you owe me a recording contract. We see the dorms, and the Koreans get a dog called Chunbae. The dorms, I would say, range from a state school dormitory to a federal prison, as far as how many stars you have. And then from here, the episode is really about following particular boys through this process of learning the signal song, performing the signal song for an individual test, and then going to a basketball court to get eliminated. I think C was so much easier to follow than K. The Korean episode, supposedly because they were editing out Ganu and Ujin because they both have like drama. So the rumor is that the show originally had an edit with them and then they had to scramble and feature other boys. That's the rumor why the K episode was like just kind of odd. Where the Chinese episode mostly is following up with people we remember from the auditions, the Korea episode is focusing a lot on Masato, Show. People's who auditions like I don't even know that we saw suddenly are like getting 5-minute segments. Did you warm to anyone new in this Korea episode? I would say Kim Jin-sa, who is the leader of the 2 stars, who
oh yeah, great.
We were like, he's the best looking person on the entire show. Like he's so pretty. But otherwise I'm like,
yeah, the K episode was just like kind of a blur.
Yeah.
Like before we recorded this, I was like, I don't even know what we're going to talk about because to me, I was like, we watched some people practice and then they did the signal song and that was the episode. That's a wrap. Bye, boy. And the C one, I can distinctly remember so many parts of it.
Yeah, K, the notable thing to me, Yoonsa got a good storyline. He's the baby from Loud. He changed the melody of the signal song to fit his voice better, which they liked. Sawon, I think of really everyone we saw had the best power in that dance, especially in the breakdown. And I just watched his like signal song music video performance thing and I was like, he's crazy. For like a little gay boy, he's like making it so violent. In the best way. And then Ganu gets the main signal song thing, but I did like that he had to compete with Hyunjun, who of the drop split, for that center part. I think the Gunnu was a good choice because he's like tall and just like looks great in that dance.
Yeah, he was spreading out more than the other people.
Yeah, I liked him in this. Okay, but the C group, my whole page is like the C group because I'm like, yeah, all the storylines, it all made sense. Everything connected with the auditions and we expanded and we learned more about people. Like it was an easier watch because I feel like I only had to care about all stars for China for the most part when they were initially grouped and they were like training with Jaejung. I was like, yeah, I know everybody in the all stars. I remember all of them and this is who matters. I think the best of the trainee sequences was when Jaejung sings the signal song for a little bit to the All-Stars. And he's like, he gives vocal advice that I've gotten that I've never heard the show give, where he's like, if you're singing the same exact part, each of those times you sing that part should sound different.
So Fearless by Le Sserafim found dead.
Yeah, that's a copy paste. And Jaejung's singing of the signal song, this, which is called Ola Solar, is better than any of the boys will ever do it. And
Think he practiced before.
Probably. But he has so much personality in his just the little riff that he does. Like it's completely made his own where everyone else is just like squeaking on squawking on it. I was impressed. Yeah, from here I just have notes on different, I mean, I can just run through the different people they kind of followed because I think there's lots of little storylines which are nice. Lim Jack, the Australian, who starts this episode as an all-star, is chastised the whole time, declared to be tone deaf, and by the end of the episode is eliminated.
And it feels right.
Yeah, he can't sing at all.
I'm like, oh, Neon probably had to coach him so much and covered up so much of him.
Of his flaws. Neon gets a great edit. Like Neon, kind of like Yoon saw the baby that changed the melody. Neon is like, I'm going to sing the song down an octave. Sorry. I'm going to sing the song down an octave. Because Neon has like the lowest voice on the show, basically. And he's like, and I'm going to perform it as a rapper and show them me. And just makes the signal song into his thing. And then ultimately they pick him as a contestant for this Chinese center, which he does not get. But I think there's more wiggle room to like edit this signal song than a lot of people believe. I think the smart people are like making the signal song fit them.
Yeah, I think that this challenge, very different from other ones on these shows. They're like, here's a choreography and you can kind of play with it. You don't need to look the same.
And the melody, apparently.
Whereas, like, so many other times, they're like, why is your hand in that shape when everybody else's hand is in the shape?
Yeah.
And this one, they're like, make it your own because you can't really see other people in the close-up shots of you.
We're only going to do the wide shots for, like, 0.1 second.
Yeah.
Because you're not in sync.
Oh, at all.
Shinlong from Boy Story is, like, pushed a lot in this episode. He's interesting to me because his signal song performance is almost a copy of Neon's. I'm not saying he copied him, but they both have low voices. So I worry that as the show goes on, like they kind of fill the same role and it's going to be like, which super low voice person do you want? Okay. Sen's plotline was interesting. Sen of the Freddy Krueger sweater, the singer whose partner was eliminated in the last episode. Sen reveals that he's the only Japanese person in the whole Chinese pool and does not speak Chinese, but has to learn the signal song in Chinese. Impresses Shen Xiaoting with his pronunciation and continues to be a great singer. So I was like, oh, that's a really unique storyline for him. However, they're writing his name in Chinese in the characters looks really cool because his name is so short. It's like he has like a trident like symbol in his name. It's cool. Okay, do you have any thoughts on Xinjiang? Sexy, shining forever, Final Fantasy hair.
He is giving me a little bit of Tyra Sanchez from Drag Race. Because Tyra Sanchez does not like to... Season 2 does not like to practice with other people. And she's like, I can do it in my head and I'll do it at home and I'll come and do it for the show. And I think that he is also like, I don't want to practice in front of other people, which is not conducive to this industry, but...
No. But it was interesting. He started out as like a Ricky copy and got kind of chastised on this episode, but was like, no, I just want to do it. I'm more introverted. I want to do it my way. And then actually did perform well. Mm-hmm. And has a good voice when he sung. I was like, because they rapped in their audition. I was like, oh, his voice is cool. And then he ultimately like hangs on by the skin of his teeth and gets 1 star by the end of the episode. But I was like, oh, this is a weird twist on him I wasn't expecting. He needs to drop the sexy thing. That's not him. I want to see without the facade and just like get to him because he seems interesting now.
Yeah, I feel like he's the kind of person where you're just going to read online that he dropped out. And it will never be acknowledged. Like, that's the vibe.
Shin Kun has a baby storyline. This is the one that performed with the Ningbo Dragon Boys. One of them had 6 million followers and been in the movie with Jackie Chan. 2 people from that group leave the show, leaving Jin Kun alone.
He's the cousin of the movie star.
Yeah, he's the cousin of the movie star. So even he got like a little mini storyline of like, okay, I'm left behind. they're like, but you can do it. Like, you're great. And now he has to shine on his own. So I thought.
Oh, and he does the 90-degree bows.
Mm-hmm.
And he bowed to each judge, and the judges were like, we like that.
Yeah.
I love him. He's so fun.
Yeah.
He gives me the vibe of somebody that has like as much talent as his cousin, but is like feels overshadowed by the cousin, but then is going to come to realize like, oh wait, I'm just as good as him.
Yeah. Hopefully he stays around long enough to like show us. I'm excited to see him in another group performance. Okay, Chen Bowen, one of the most talented,
Our Chinese number one.
One of the most talented people on, maybe the most talented person on the whole show. I mean, there's a lot of talented people, but like an incredible dancer, like how clean his signal song was. Also a good singer. He did the Devil Game audition. He's really nervous during the elimination that he's going to be eliminated, but he ultimately makes All-Star.
He is like snot crying.
Yeah. I'm seeing people on Reddit talk about him more though, so I'm like, I feel good. I feel okay that he's.
I think he's been on numerous YouTube reel. Here are my top 8s that I've watched.
Yeah, he's just so good at dancing and also good at singing. It's like, you got it. Oh, Jiang Fan also gets a little moment. He is somebody else from Universe League that we thought was extremely talented on that show and got eliminated too soon. His audition's not shown, but he goes from 1-star to All-Star in the signal test.
And then down to 2-star, I think.
Yeah. There were too many like star adjustments on this episode. I feel like it was convoluted how many times they get restarted in a single episode. And I was like, by the end, I'm like, you guys, I'm done with it.
I kind of liked it because I think it was showing the boys. It was like the interim evaluations, essentially. It was kind of like, okay, some of you are like really getting it and some of you are not. And those of you that are like not getting it twice, you're out.
Okay, the show finishes, both of the episodes finish with eliminations where the boys are in a basketball court and they have to walk up and grab a picture of their face. And on the back says, if they're All-Star, 1-star, 2-star, no star. So it's basically a lot of drama about like, where's this person going to walk to? Are they walking here? Are they walking there?
A Korean classic. I'm going to fake out and walk to no star, but I'm actually an All-Star.
The best moment of this for me is when a Korean guy looks like he's maybe walking to 1-star and makes eye contact with his friend in the 1-star bleachers and then just says, fighting, and then walks to no star. That was some good shit. Christian is a no star. I don't get it. I don't know, but I also never know why Christian's on the show in the first place, so it's just confusing to me. And I'm like, just do a solo career in China. Like, just do it. Any record label, I'm sure, would love for you to have 2 million followers going into your contract.
2 million in China is probably nothing.
Well, he has more followers than Billy. Yeah.
Yikes. Who are your top 3?
How dare you? I have to make my 8 into a 3?
Yeah.
Who are your top 3?
Neon, Bowen, and Ye Chanya. Runner up is the guy who sings Never, but I don't know what his name is. And just know he's getting in the group.
Henyu. I think he's doing well. Guys, I really like Fan Jae-yi. He was also in Devil Game. He's 6'2". He's really cute. He's really cute in the phone booth scene. And I'm usually not one that's like, these boys are so cute, but like, he reminds me of Ki Jung from Universe League and The Unit. Like, he's so, and he's good too. So I think by the end of the episode, he was a 1-star. I don't like that, but I think he's high in the rankings. So I like Fan Jae-yi. I like Eugene, not shown on this episode at all.
They show him look at his ranking, and that's the only time we see him
work. And I like Neon. Neon knows what he's good at, and he's really good at it, and he'll give it to you, and he knows what the brand is, and he goes by his last name, which is cool, and he's from New York. Like, just yes, 100% we need that.
Do you think that he's gonna be? So I remember in Girls Planet they were all about like, I want to show a different side, I want to show a different side. I feel like Neon is like, I am good with my side.
Yeah, I hope he's just good with his side. I mean, he's got it. Because he could be like, I want to do a dance showcase. I want to do a rap showcase. I want to do the spoken word intro to the song. I want to give you English. I want to give you Chinese. I want to give you Korean. Like, he has enough within his own thing he already's got. Well, that was the episode, or the episodes. I'm very glad that the show is merging because it's been so much to watch, but now it should be more sane. And I know people are complaining about the eliminations, but honestly, we started with 154 people. We needed to cut people. And no one I cared about got cut except Christian, who was never going to make it. So I am fine with the eliminations.
Yeah, we still have, 65 people?
Yeah.
Boo-hoo to the others.
Sorry, guys.
To the other 100.
Please go back to high school. So, yeah, we'll be recapping the next episode when they do finally get into their little groups. They learn their little songs. That episode's already out. You guys, we're like It's so hard to keep up with the show, but I think it'll be easier now that it's merged. But you can follow us on Instagram at Gays Planet Pod. You can leave a comment on Spotify. I'll always reply to it.
Send us your top 3.
Oh yeah, who's your top 3? Let us know. I want to know. I mean, give us new people to put on our radar. And we'll just end on the song "See You There Tomorrow" by TXT because I downloaded it already and it's like so good. Look forward to our next episode where Dong Hong Hai, we're gonna have him on the podcast. So thanks, guys.
Bye, team.
Bye.
믿어 we are meant